Here's the truth. Men in their 40s have hit the wall, okay? If they are unmarried and are dating you and you are in your 20s, they have hit the wall. Funny enough, I actually had a mentor years ago that really motivated me to, or really just encouraged me actually, to date men in their 40s because they are now at their peak financially, they're more ready to settle down, et cetera, et cetera. You know, they've been hustling and bustling all their 20s, a lot of their 30s to get to where they're at, and this is like the perfect target, right? Now, here's what I noticed. If you are a woman in your 30s and you want to date a man in his 40s, great. I think that actually makes a lot of sense. But if you are in your 20s dating a man in his 40s, let me tell you what you're probably going to experience on your dates. These men are very ageist. They will constantly complain about women their age, okay? They will complain about how they can't really vibe, how there's just like how they're just so youthful at heart, and how they're just a young spirit. Okay, it is exactly the same script, I promise you, because I have been on a few dates with different men like in their 40s, and I can tell you on the first date it's literally the same script. I promise you it is. Okay, then they'll keep talking about how they're not in a rush to have kids, yet they want kids. So I'm like, well, how does that work? Right? So are you saying you don't want kids right now? So you didn't want kids in your 20s. You didn't want kids in your 30s. You kind of want kids right now in your 40s. AKA, what I'm getting at is they're afraid of commitment, okay? There's no right formula that's going to make them ready to commit. These are forever lasting bachelors, okay? So I want you to be very vigilant. These are men that will not take themselves seriously, and they surely will not take you seriously. These men will also complain about how women are only using them for money. I have not heard these scripts from men who were a little bit younger. I just haven't heard it. So I'm really just gathering that it's just men in their 40s who they can't attract any real relationship. So yeah, women who are looking just for money will gravitate towards them because these men themselves are hoes. Okay, they will be the first ones to go to Tulum. They'll be the first ones to go to DR, to go to whatever island and go frolicking around with all these women, okay? And then complain about how they can't settle down, how they can't find the one. No, you don't want to grow up. You have Peter Pan syndrome, and there's something wrong with you. That's it. You're saying you want marriage and kids, yet your actions are not lining up. So, yeah, these men will hit 10 walls and they'll turn 50, 60, and they're like, oh my God, I really want someone. But at that point, they probably, they have some Russian wife who's 22 or whatever, who is waiting for her check the moment okay? And that's what they get. So here's my bottom line. I am done personally dating men in their 40s. It has to be a big exception at this point if I were to go out with one. But also, I'm traveling right now, and even men in this foreign land act the same who are in their 40s, literally giving me the same script in another language. So it's just universal. So if you were considering dating this way for lifestyle, maybe adjust the age range on the dating apps. I know they can be fun for shopping or whatever, but you can also find generous men who are a little bit younger as well. Okay, hope this helps.